Willie, the heavy metal kid, also known as Willie the Rat, wised up to Marx. This is war to extermination. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Prisoners of the earth, come out. Storm the studio. Burnt metal smell of interplanetary war in the raw noon streets, swept by steaming glass blizzards and enemy black. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Singles, read doorways, cut word lines, photo falling, word falling, breakthrough in gray room, towers, open fire, artisans of all nations, open fire, tilt, blast, pound, stab, trap, kill, of the earth, tilt, blast, pound, stab, trap, kill, pilot K9, you are cut off, return to base immediately. Right, music beam, back to base. Stay out of that time flack. All pilots, ride panpipes, back to base. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Anything put out up till now is fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Enemy installations, shatters and now decimated. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. The message of total resistance on shortwave of the world. This is war to extermination. Cut word lines, vibrate tourists, read doorways, photo falling, word falling. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Breakthrough in gray room, calling partisans of all nations. Fire, singles, read doorways, cut word lines, photo falling, word falling. Breakthrough in gray room, towers, open fire. Artisans of all nations, open fire. Kill, blast, pound, stab, trap, kill, fire, the earth, fire, kill, blast, pound, stab, trap, kill, pilot K9, you are cut off, right, music beam, back base, stay out of that time, cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth, anything put out up till now is light, cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth, enemy installations, shatters and now decimated. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. The message of total resistance on shortwave of the world. This is war to extermination. Cut word lines, vibrate tourists, read doorways, photo falling, word falling. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Breakthrough in gray room, kill, pound, blast, stab, trap. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Blast, pound, stab, trap, kill. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Kill, blast, pound, stab, trap, kill. Cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the fight. Cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Singles, read doorways, cut word lines, photo falling, word falling, breakthrough in gray room, artisans of all nations, open fire. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens. Bodies word lines, photo falling, word falling, breakthrough in gray room, towers, open fire, artisans of all nations, open fire, fire, guilt, blast, pound, dab, trap, kill, zip the earth, guilt, blast, pound, dab, trap, kill, pilot K9, you are cut off, return to base immediately. Right, music beam back to base. Stay out of that time flak. All pilots, ride panpipes back to base. Right, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Anything put out up till now is light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Enemy installations, personnel decimated. Light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. The message of total resistance on shortwave of the world. This is war to extermination. Cut word lines, vibrate tourists, free doorways, photo falling, word falling, light cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Breakthrough in gray room, calling parties of all nations. Fire, singles, free doorways, cut word lines, photo falling, word falling, breakthrough in gray room, towers, open fire, artisans of all nations, open fire. Fire. Kill, blast, pound, dab, trap, kill, fire, the earth, fire, fire, kill, blast, pound, dab, trap, kill, pilot K9, you are cut off, ride, music beam, back base, stay out of that time, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Anything put out up till now is light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Enemy installations, personnel decimated. Light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. The message of total resistance on shortwave of the world. This is war to extermination. Cut word lines, vibrate tourists, free doorways, photo falling, word falling. Light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Breakthrough in gray room, kill, pound, blast, dab, trap. Light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth.
Let us hope that the horrors of evil will look quicker in the doorsteps of your path, beckoning and following despair. And that hereafter, you receive the most greater manifestation of word and Astra para Astra.
Light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Blast, pound, dab, trap, kill. Light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Kill, blast, pound, dab, trap, kill. Cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the light. Cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Singles, free doorways, cut word lines, photo falling, word falling, breakthrough in gray room, artisans of all nations, open fire. Light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the earth.
Light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind screens of the light, cell by cell, through bodies and mind
Through bodies and mind screens of the
light, cell by cell,
through bodies and mind screens of the
light, cell by cell.
Uranian Willie, the heavy metal kid. Also known as Willie the Rat. Wised up to Mars. This is war to extermination. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Prisoners of the earth, come out. Storm the immediately. Right music beam back to base. Stay out of that time plaque. All pilots, ride panpipes back to base. Right cell by cell through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Anything put out up till now is light cell by cell through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Enemy installations, personnel decimated. Light cell by cell through bodies and mind streams of the earth. The message of total resistance on shortwave of the world. This is war to extermination. Cut word lines, vibrate tourists, free doorways, photo falling, word falling. Light cell by cell through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Breakthrough in gray room, calling parties of all nations. Fire, singles, free doorways, cut word lines, photo falling, word falling. Breakthrough in gray room, towers, open fire. Artisans of all nations, open fire. Kill, blast, pound, dab, trap, kill, fire, the earth, fire, fire, kill, blast, pound, dab, trap, kill, pilot K9, you are cut off, right? Music beam, back base, stay out of that time, cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Anything put out up till now is light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Enemy installations, personnel decimated. Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. The message of total resistance on shortwave of the world. This is war to extermination. Cut word lines, vibrate tourists, free doorways, photo falling, word falling. Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Breakthrough in gray room, kill, pow, blast, stab, trap. Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth.
Let us move into horrors, people. You'll look right here in the doorsteps of your path. Echoing in a muffled despair. And the hereafter is the most frigid manifestation of learned.
Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Blast, pound, dab, trap, kill. Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Kill, blast, pound, dab, trap, kill. Cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the light. Cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Singles, free doorways, cut word lines, photo falling, word falling. Breakthrough in gray room, artisans of all nations, open fire. Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth.
Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the light cell by cell, through bodies and mind.
Through bodies and mind streams of the
Light cell by cell,
through bodies and mind streams of the
light cell by cell.
Uranian Willie, the heavy metal kid. Also known as Willie the Rat. Wised up to Marx. This is war to extermination. Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Prisoners of the earth, come out. Storm the studio. Burnt metal smell of interplanetary war in the raw noon streets, swept by streaming glass blizzards of enemy black. Light cell by cell, through bodies and mind streams of the earth. Singles, free doorways, cut word lines, photo falling, word falling. immediately. Right, music beam back to base. Stay out of that time flak. All pilots, right, pan pipes back to base.